it's Kim. Hey, I'm just here to talk about why it's so challenging to find that right man for you and have that long lasting and harmonious relationship that you're looking for. And here's the big thing, ladies. One of the top reasons why it's being so challenging for you to meet that right guy, because I know you're doing online dating, you're getting out there, you're meeting men, and you just feel like giving up because you can't seem to find that right man. It's because you have a distorted view of what you think that you're looking for in a man and a relationship. You have this preconceived idea of what you need in a man and what you need in a relationship. Now, I'm not trying to discount what you're really looking for and what's important to you. And I'll tell you, I've been there. Um, but the thing is, it's not your fault. The reason why we have this distorted view and this preconceived idea is number one, the media. The media has distorted our view of what we really think that we need in a man in a relationship. We are bombarded in magazines and we are bombarded in the movies of what a real relationship and what a real man is about. And we're bombarded with more this fantasy of, let's just look into each other's eyes and we're going to fall madly in love and live happily ever after, and that's just not reality. And you have Cinderella, Pretty Women, all these beautiful romance, and I love Pretty Women, definitely cried at that one. And even used to think, oh, I would love to have somebody just sweep me off my feet like that. Like we think this man's just going to sweep us off our feet. And that's that's a false idea too, because we think that we're going to have this amazing chemistry when we first meet someone. Now, I'm not saying attraction isn't important, because it is, and it's different than there's this grounded being attracted to somebody than this high in the sky addicted attraction or chemistry, as you would say. Believe me, I've been there. And the other thing why we have this distorted view of what we really need in a man in a relationship, because maybe we haven't had any really great role models. And, it's not like we're taught how to choose a partner, or what's the best thing in a relationship. We might have parents that really didn't have the best relationships, and we're looking for that as role models and tell us how to be in relationships. I actually think this stuff should be taught in school, but that's another thing. And the other thing is, um, our we may have some unconscious beliefs or truths that we made up of what we really need in a man in a relationship based upon some things that have happened in the past. And I used to do the same thing. Like, I felt that I wasn't unimportant from various things that happened when I was a child. And then guess what? I was ended up being with men that treated me like I wasn't important, and that didn't give me a commitment. They didn't want a commitment. And I used to be picky about, what the men wore. My friends used to make fun of me because I used to talk about like what the shoes men wore, and versus talking about, well, was the man kind and generous and honest? Like, even a man, this he wore Converse sneakers everywhere we went, and I ended up, I'm not going to go out with him again. This guy, so he does wear Converse sneakers, you know. And so funny too, because when I ended up getting married, the first thing my friends asked me when before I got married was, does what kind of shoes does he have, Kim? Because they were teasing me because they knew how I was, and I recognized that I was focusing on the being picky about the small things versus being picky about the important things. That was what I was, that was one of the top reasons why I continued to be in relationships that weren't working now. I couldn't meet quality men. I've been there. And this is one of the key areas that I transformed and made the world difference for this beautiful, amazing, loving man to show up in my life and get married last year. So I encourage you to start to look at what are the picky things, what am I being picky about that are small, you know, physical attributes, even like, we'll say things like, I need these intelligent conversations. I have to be with a man that went to college. Um, he has to have a head of hair. He's got to be at least 6 foot tall. You know, these are small things, ladies. What you want to be focusing on, do I have fun with him? Um, are we laughing in the conversations? Can we really have this great rapport with each other? Can he be my best friend? Is he generous? Is he kind? Is he loyal? Is he honest? Does he show up when he says? Is he open? Does he treat me really good? Does he Does he love me for me, honor me, and cherish me and love me? Those are the things you want to be focusing on. Now, believe me, I had my list. I had 29 items on my list, but I ended up choosing 5 things. There's 5 things I was just telling you about, which I know there's a little bit more, but there was top 5 ones I focused on, and I put the list aside. And I made sure that those men had those things. And I kept going out with them if they did. Even maybe their attributes weren't what I was looking for. Honestly, I dated a man that was 30 pounds overweight. Would have never done that in the past. But I wanted to start to be open to looking at these types of qualities to change this behavior that I had. And it worked. It really worked. So if you have any questions, please comment below. I'm here for you to support you and having that great man in your life that you deserve.